It's here. The Coconut Grove Arts Festival in Miami is this weekend, and I don't think I could be more excited for an art festival. In my video last year, I called this the Super Bowl of art festivals, and I really think that that's true. It's more than just a regular art show. This is a true arts festival. They do such a great job at creating excitement and drawing collectors from all over to come down to the arts festival and buy directly from independent artists. And even though there are other kinds of entertainment at the festival, the main focus is on all of the individual artists. Another reason I'm really excited is because I have a really awesome new photograph that I'm displaying for the very first time ever that I created with this show in mind. And I'll talk more about that later in the video because it's really cool. I just finished packing my van, which you can see behind me here. I don't think I've ever had more artwork in my van to go to any show ever before. I don't know that I could repack this way again if I don't sell a lot of artwork this weekend. So let's get down to Miami and have an awesome weekend. This is the new photograph I have that I was talking about earlier in the video that I created specifically with this show in mind. And these are three of the coolest looking Art Deco buildings along Ocean Drive, prime examples of beautiful Art Deco architecture. I rented a 1936 Auburn Boattail Speedster to park out front for the photograph. This car is the pinnacle of Art Deco automotive design and the real cherry on top of my tribute to Art Deco in South Beach. The coolest part about it is they let me drive that car. I couldn't believe it. I didn't even think they were going to let me touch the vehicle. They told me that there's only 4 of these in existence and that the value of the car is well over $1 million. So by far the coolest and definitely most expensive vehicle I've ever driven. In planning this, as with almost all of my photographs, I sketched it out first. It really gives me a great place to start thinking about my composition and my intention and the emotion and feeling that I want to convey in my photographs. Pretty much nothing you see in any of my photographs is an accident. It's all planned, from the location to the colors to the composition and everything. I'm super meticulous and intentional about my shooting. I wanted the camera kind of positioned right at the center of this building in the middle here, the McAlpin Hotel, because it has a really nice point where a bunch of lines come together, and I wanted the camera to be exactly that height. And that's the cool thing that I love about my work, is the range of altitude that I can reach. I can be 25 feet in the air, and I could be hundreds of feet in the air with my camera. So I'm super excited about it, and I really hope it does well for me here this weekend at the Coconut Grove Arts Festival. So that didn't take long, and I'm glad I filmed my little speech about my piece earlier, because a really nice young couple came in and bought my new Art Deco piece right off the wall. They live in the building right behind my booth here, and they wanted to take it immediately, bring it home, which is great because it's a great sale right away, but it's kind of tough because now I don't have it to display for the rest of the show. Sometimes that happens, and just the way it is. But I'm super happy that people responded really well to it. There was some interest from some other people a little bit earlier, but that couple came in, they saw it, and they said, we'll take it. I know there's a lot of photographers who don't like to sell their work right off the wall, but I love it when someone wants to take something off the wall. It saves me the trouble of having to ship it. And yeah, it's a bummer I don't have it to show for the rest of the show, but small price to pay. And those people were so happy to have it. It was a really nice young couple, and I was so happy that they took it. I spent some time rearranging the pictures in my booth so I don't have a big gaping hole in my wall anymore. Moved a whole bunch of stuff around just to make it look good. I really kind of designed my booth around that new piece this weekend. Presentation is super important to me, and I always really put a lot of thought and planning into my booth design and what I'm going to hang and where I'm going to hang it. Good morning. Start to day 2 here at the Coconut Grove Arts Festival. It's actually a 3-day show, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, because Monday is President's Day. Yesterday was a pretty good Saturday, just a slightly above average Saturday for my experience at this show, and usually each day gets a little better than the last because you have all those new people coming in each day, plus people who come back from seeing you the day before. I have a few finishing touches, some more moving stuff around to make the booth look a little bit more coherent this morning. And just a little tip, if you're ever coming to this show as a artist or a collector, and you have Verizon Wireless for your cell service, when it's super busy here in the peak of the day, it is almost impossible to get a signal for data, which made processing credit cards really, really hard. I couldn't get my credit cards to process in my booth, but if I just walked across the street there and stood on the sidewalk, it worked a lot better. Not fast, but at least it worked and connected. I actually lost out on a small sale because of that. I had thought the credit card processing went through, and then I checked later and it didn't, but it was a small thing, and I learned an important lesson there, so I won't make that mistake again. But today's gonna be a great day. Because Milo gets so much attention when he's in my videos, here he is visiting. Spam "I love Milo" down in the comments, right Milo?
Yeah.
Early in the day yesterday, some kids from a local media arts high school came by and did like a whole feature story on me that was really neat. I'll show it to you right now.
His pictures tell more than just the ocean waves and the beautiful skyline. They tell the whole story.
Well, I got started with this technique back when I was in art school in college as a way to do aerial photography in the days before drones. The work that I do is getting to travel around the world and share the places that I've been and the feelings that I feel when I'm in these places with people.
And that's why he's here, to share his feelings and make lasting connections.
It's important for a connection to take place between a customer and an artist, and all of the culture that you can experience in Miami is here.
The Coconut Grove Art Festival isn't just an event. It's a tradition, a celebration of what makes Miami, Miami.
There's so much life and color that is in Miami, and that's part of what I really love about it here.
And while festivals like these create memories for Evan, it's also what keeps his business running.
90% of my income comes from exhibiting in live in-person festivals like this.
Would you say it's worth it?
Oh, absolutely. This is the best job I've ever had.
There's a beauty in art. Behind the beautiful pictures and statement pieces are people, like Evan, who capture their talent and showcase it to the world, proving that Miami is more than just the beautiful beaches people see. For CNN Live, I'm Tommy Zaru, reporting.
How great was that? Some high school kids put that together. I thought that was really great. So it's Sunday morning, and actually no, it's Monday morning. Today's the last day of the show, and the show's 3 days. Usually shows end on Sunday, but this show goes until Monday because it's President's Day weekend. It's been a great weekend for me so far, and there's still a day to go. You never know what could happen today and with follow-up sales, so I'm hopeful and energized for that. The energy from the collectors and the artists and just the whole environment that the Coconut Grove Arts Festival creates really seems to invigorate and energize me. And I love that. So I'm just gonna finish opening up, and actually, let me tell you about this photograph right behind me here, since I told you about my other new photograph earlier in the video. This is my other new piece. This is from Cape Town, South Africa. This photograph I just took this past December. It was my first time in South Africa, and I absolutely loved it. I have a whole documentary about going to shoot this photograph right here that I'll put the link down in the description for. It's all the things I love. I love color and vibrancy and beautiful water and surf and mountains in the background. So it's got everything that I love in it. And it's a photograph that I had thought of probably a decade ago and sketched out. And then last year they remodeled and refurbished all of these beach huts. So I figured it was finally time to go and do my Musenberg photograph. What's probably the best emerging artist program of any art show I know of at this show. I've covered it extensively in some of my older videos, but I'll leave a link to some information because I know a lot of newer artists watch my videos. The emerging artist tent is actually right across from my tent this weekend, so I get to see all of the emerging artists doing their thing in the tent and learning and hopefully becoming really great, successful festival artists. Mondays are typically a slower day here at the art show in terms of traffic, but a lot of years it ends up being my best day because you have the new people who come to the show on Monday who didn't come over the weekend, plus you have all the people who have been here over the weekend, have seen my work, have gone home, measured, talked about it, made some decisions, and come back to purchase or call me or text me with orders. Big shout out to Coconut Grove for having some vegan food options for lunch. Really appreciate that. Most art shows don't provide any food for the artists for lunch, and when they do, it's usually not vegan, so I always bring my own anyway. But the food this weekend has been absolutely scrumptious. So check this out. They just came to my booth and told me that I am the winner of the People's Choice Awards that was sponsored by the First Horizon Bank, which I guess is the overall sponsor here. They gave us this little QR code to hang up in our booth and encourage people to vote for their favorite artist in each medium. And then each medium had a winner, and then there was an overall winner, and that's me right here. So super cool. How neat is that? Came with a nice little plaque, and $500 is pretty sweet. I hope it comes with an auto invite for next year. That would be better than the $500 though. What's up, Larry?
Man,
thank you.
did you win?
Yeah, they People's Choice Awards.
Excellent.
Come here for a second.
Congrats.
Yeah, it's my buddy Larry,
Hey.
Larry Chapman.
What's up, guys?
Awesome
great.
photographer. No, Larry's better.
Oh, come on,
but
stop that.
Yeah,
Awesome.
they came around. It's the little QR code that they gave us in our
cool.
packet.
Yeah. And congrats.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Good show, good show.
Good show overall. How
Yeah,
about
me
you?
too. Great
I
show.
love to hear it.
Great show, yeah.
Awesome.
Good to see
Larry
you.
Chapman. Larry Chapman, folks.
Hi, guys.
Thank you. Awesome. I love when stuff like that happens. Let me show you the QR code they gave me. This was the little thing that they told us to hang in the booth. I didn't even know that there was a prize. I just thought it was a thing to vote. I didn't know it came with any monetary prize, so that was pretty sick. Also, before the show ended, I wanted to make sure I got a festival shirt. I usually don't buy festival shirts, but the poster artist this year is my friend and artist, Julia Gilmore. It's one of my favorite artists. I don't think she knows that, but she is. And I love it. I love the poster design and this shirt. Usually a lot of times show shirts are on this like heavyweight cotton shirts that just feel terrible, but this is like a nice ring spun cotton shirt, so it feels super comfy and awesome design. I love it. Anyway, I'm super hyped up because they just gave me that award. It's the end of the show. It's been a long weekend. I know this is kind of turning into like a hype video for the Coconut Grove Arts Festival, and that wasn't really my intention with the video, but I'm psyched that the weekend went the way it did. I can't wait to come back. I hope that I come back. I hope that they'll jury me in. There's never a guarantee. And this is one that I bite my nails on the most because, like I said before, I love Miami. My work does well in Miami. People in Miami seem to like me and my work. And, you know, as evident from the People's Choice Award that they gave me. And I hope you guys like me. And if you do, please subscribe to my channel here. That would really mean a lot to me. So anyway, thanks for watching. I wish every show could be Coconut Grove.